Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another figure unboxing video, and I literally cannot believe what is sitting in front of me. I did not think that we were going to get to open any Dragon Ball Super superhero figures for quite a while, and lo and behold, boom, there was one right on the desk in front of me. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be taking a look at the Piccolo from Dragon Ball Superhero. That's right, this figure is super exciting. Obviously this guy is one of 4 in a upcoming, I suppose you would say, a set of releases for SH Figuarts. As you can see here, we have a bunch of different posing options for the man on the back. I did cop this guy for 38 buckaroonies, which is about the standard price. This guy is a over-the-counter release, so if you guys want to pick this guy up, he shouldn't actually be too hard to find. There will probably be a couple of copies at Target maybe in the future. I know I found SH Figuarts figures there in the past before as well. I've found them at, obviously, the place where I got my V-Jumps, which as you can see right there. And yeah, just an over-counter release, so no premium shenanigans here, although I will say it does look very premium, as the text for the Piccolo superhero is actually holographic, which is really cool. They have not done that, to my knowledge, on another figure. At least none of the figures that I own have that sort of little thing on it, which is pretty cool, honestly. I quite like that. It makes it feel a little bit more special. So yeah, in this little set of 4, we are going to be getting a Goku, a Vegeta, and of course, the figure that everyone was so excited for, the Gohan. That is what everyone was so hyped about. Hold on a second. Do we have an ad in here? I think that's what that is. All right, well, let's take a look at the contents of the box, and we'll leave that in the background. So first of all, it looks like we have some instructions here. Looks pretty cool. Obviously just telling you that the face is removable. I think you have to take off his whole head instead of just face plates for this guy because of, you know, the Piccolo style of head. Just some more information on the back, and yeah, I think that that's what this is. We have the Premium Bandai. Oh boy, oh, Premium Bandai. Woo, Premium Bandai. Yay. You know my thoughts about them. I'm not going to bring it into this video, but regardless, here, as you can see, we have a bunch of different figures. Obviously, the Kefla, which you've taken a look at on this channel, 21, which is going to be dropping eventually. And obviously here is the Gohan figure I was just talking about, obviously the superhero version of Gohan, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely going to get that guy. Funny enough, he is a over-the-counter release as well, and he's already sold out pre-orders everywhere. So you can tell that people are quite excited for the Gohan. And I cannot wait when I eventually get the Gohan to pair him with Piccolo here. Now, speaking of the big man himself, I am so excited to open this. We have 3 different heads and 2 extra pairs of hands along with a special beam cannon hand. Let's go ahead and get the man out. Obviously, with this being a over-the-counter release and not a Premium Bandai release, he doesn't come with too many accessories, which obviously makes sense because, you know, again, he's just a standard price for a figure. Alright, oh my gosh, he's very chunky. Okay, so here we have the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Superhero Piccolo. This is really cool. So I'm sure the first thing that you notice about this guy, well, probably is the plastic. Let's go ahead and get that out. That's how you know that you're dealing with an official figure. Whenever you see the plastic that's jammed in the waist of the figure, they do that to protect it and also sort of like a seal of authenticity, I suppose, besides obviously what's on the box. So he looks really good. I do quite like this basic face sculpt where he's just smiling. This is sort of, you know, a couple of parts in the movie. Are these articulated? No, these little antennas are not articulated. Interesting. So the first thing to notice about this guy for sure is obviously the color of his arms. Of course, this is a lot more manga accurate, but this is of course more akin to the movie because obviously in the movie, this is the style that they went with for the way that his arms look as well. Another big telling factor that this is the movie design is you can see it is the rounded shoes. Usually Piccolo's shoes are very pointed, when it comes to the Namekian kicks that he usually wears, but these are obviously super rounded, which is pretty cool. He also has some very beefy legs. But yeah, so obviously a very good job of recreating that design, I feel like. The only things that I'm seeing that I don't like with the figure so far before we get into the articulation is that if you do crank him up a little bit, he does get quite a big gap there, unfortunately. I mean, granted, that is easily fixed by just doing this, but it is a bit of a shame that he has the articulation to do it and it breaks the sculpt, which is kind of unfortunate. The other thing that I'm noticing is that there is these little pieces here, but that is very detached. You can obviously tell that, oh my gosh, look at that butterfly joint. We'll get to that in a moment. Obviously, that is sort of breaking the sculpt a little bit, but I suppose I would rather have them break the sculpt for the sake of giving us more articulation for sure. Alright, so let's go over the articulation on this guy then. Obviously, being a basic SH Figuarts figure, he has the full 360. He can look up, let's see, about that far, which isn't too bad, I suppose. And he can look about that far down with his head. Obviously, the arms, like I showed you, have a crazy butterfly joint. Look at that. Holy moly, that's a good butterfly joint. Obviously, that breaks the sculpt a ton, but it's still cool that it's included. This part is articulated. His arm obviously can do a full 360 degrees here. Piccolo, let's crunch your legs real quick just so we can get you better in the frame. There we go. Obviously, he can do a full 360 degree. The arm can move up and down like that, and of course, the wrist can twist. And what's cool about the wrist that I'm actually noticing is that you can see that the fingernails on him are actually pointed, which is pretty cool. It's just like how Piccolo's nails are in Dragon Ball, because obviously, you know, he's a Namekian. Okay, so this can do a full 360, which is pretty cool. Obviously, we already showed you the up and down here. He can get a pretty okay crunch. It's not as great as other figures that I've seen, but his back obviously can go very far back with breaking the sculpt. Obviously, the legs have a ton of articulation. The 3.0 body legs look amazing on this figure, and there is no break in sculpt, even when you put these at the full extension, which is really cool. Obviously, you have the full 360 degree rotation there. The foot can rotate at a full 360. You have the little bit of the toe articulation there as well, and of course he can do the splits really well actually, and I did not even need to bend the legs. That is a sign of a good figure. By the way, you can see the 3.0 body mechanics right there inside. It gives this figure all of the crazy articulation for the legs, which is really cool. So yeah, your basic stuff for an SH Figuarts figure, what you come to expect with 3.0 bodies on Dragon Ball figures. But he definitely looks really good. I definitely will say I think that they absolutely knocked it out of the park with the look of the Dragon Ball superhero movie style. Obviously, it's kind of hard to capture that CGI style in real life, but I think that they did a pretty good, decent job. All right, so this power-up pose looks a little bit weird with the current head that we on him. So let's just go ahead and take that right off. Careful, by the way, his ears are sharp, and obviously he has these little antennae that, of course, can be, you know, very breakable if you accidentally would do that. But as you can see here, camera focus for me, thank you. We have the gritting teeth face, which is pretty cool. We'll slap that bad boy on him. Since he only has two heads, we might as well just put them on him. Very easy to attach, by the way. There is not a lot of, like, tension there, I will say. Like, it's tight on there once he has the head on the body, but it definitely doesn't feel, like, super tight when you're putting it on. But that looks really good, for sure. I think that the gritting teeth face looks good. And then, of course, we got a there we go. And we have this very cool screaming head as well. I think this is probably the best looking head out of all three of them, ironically enough, even though I will probably display him with the smiling head, especially when I end up getting the Gohan, right? I think that this one, for me, easily, ooh, yeah, that looks sick. That is definitely a very nice head sculpt for Piccolo. I like that a lot. I don't know how they would do faceplates, so obviously doing different head sculpts for him is definitely pretty good. Sorry for the camera unfocusing. For some reason, it's just taken aback by all this Dragon Ball superhero madness in front of it. All right, so let's put him down for a moment. Let's check out the hands that we get with this figure. So we have here, of course, the special beam cannon hands, which look nice. Very nice painted on nails as well. It almost looks like nail polish, but of course, you know, Piccolo's nails are just like that. Careful, by the way, very sharp. It's not gonna like crazy hurt you, but These definitely are kind of sharp with his nails. Obviously here we have the open palm hands, which look really good. Also could be key firing blast hands if you wanted them to be that as well. And we do have a little bit of grippy hands. Where are we here? There we go. These are basically just hands for grabbing stuff that he doesn't come with, but again, over-the-counter release, so that's okay. Very, very cool. The sculpt on these as well also look really good. Again, I feel like they are very, like, Namekian-like. By the way, if you are trying to put these on, let's see. I'll just give you a quickie here. You literally just take his hand and rip that bad boy right off. And then you can just stick the new hand on there. And it goes on just like that. And now we can charge him up. Get a quick pose for him here. Ooh, that actually looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Get ready for the special beam cannon. That's awesome. Very, very cool. He can stand up. I'm just not doing a good job of standing him up. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, that looks sick. If the camera would focus on it, thank you. That's pretty cool. So yeah, lots of cool articulation that you can get with this figure. Again, I really like the bulky legs and the very rounded design on his boots as well. I think that they did a absolutely fantastic job with these, especially. Very, very much so. Makes me feel like this is a movie design Piccolo, which is obviously what this figure is going for. All right, let's go ahead and do some size comparison. Hold it! I literally forgot about our usual, normal, as always, size comparison with Gotenks and Blue Goku. I think I was just that excited to open this figure. My bad. Anyway, here's the size comparison between the two. And we, of course, have our usual measurement. He stands at about the wrong side of the yardstick, apparently. He stands at about just above 6 inches, probably like 6.5 right there. That's funny enough how it looks on camera is exactly how it looks in real life, so that's basically perfect right there, which is about standard for SH Figuarts, so makes sense that he would be about that height. Anyway, back to the video. Now, unfortunately, for the sake of this video, I don't really have many SH Figuarts figures that would really match Piccolo. Of course, you know, for any SH Figuarts video, though, I have to bring out the boy Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. He is probably the figure that I have would be, I suppose, the closest match to Piccolo here. As well, we will bring out a couple of other friends as well, just to get some other comparisons. Bam! We got the big boy Broly here as well. We also have the SH Figuarts Kefla. Can she fit in the frame in the corner here? Don't worry, I will adjust the figures in a moment here. And towering above them all, oh my gosh, he's literally going to hit the back. Bam! He's giving a little wave there to the camera. Oh, he looks more like he's about to whack Piccolo on the back of the head. Is the SH Figuarts Cooler. Obviously, with this Piccolo, he is meant to sort of mimic the movie style. So, of course, he isn't going to match maybe as well as the Dragon Ball Z Piccolo releases that we've gotten of the Piccolo, you know, just figure releases in the SH Figuarts line. However, I definitely think that he still fits pretty well with all of these different figures here, even though he definitely looks more like the superhero style, and of course, obviously has the superhero coloring to him as well. I think that he still fits in quite well with the rest of the SH Figuarts line. Not just in scale, but even in overall look, despite looking a little bit more rounded and simplistic, I would say, than a lot of the sharper edges on the normal SH Figuarts figures as well. And I know, like I said, in this line, there is going to be a Dragon Ball superhero Goku, so I don't really think that you need to pick that figure up. Honestly, I think that Piccolo and Gohan are probably the only two figures that you really need to get. Unless you want Vegeta for that gi, then I definitely understand that. But I think that the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku is a absolutely fine Goku to pair with this Piccolo. And of course, if you're looking for a little bit more of a manga-accurate Piccolo, despite obviously the boots being more rounded like the movie design, this is definitely not a bad pick. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I am so happy that I have some Dragon Ball Super superhero figure in my collection already. I was looking at this guy's box for the past day being like, I really want to open it. I really want to open it. So if you would like to pick up this figure for yourself, I'll leave some links in the description below. Like I said, he is a over-the-counter release, so he should be 35 to 38 bucks, which honestly, for a figure of this quality and obviously what it comes with, I think that that is a very good price for this figure. I am glad that they made him a over-the-counter release for accessibility to the general public. It is a little bit unfortunate though, because if they would have made him a premium release, it would have been cool to be able to get his turban and his cloak with it. Maybe like a accessory from the movie as well, but at the same time, there are so many SH Figuarts Piccolos that already have those accessories out there that I don't think that we really needed this figure to have that, and I think that the over-the-counter release was definitely the right move. I do hope that they give him the Red Ribbon Army outfit at some point, that they make a SH Figuarts figure of that, because I will absolutely cop that if they do, and it would be cool if you could exchange the heads on that one and this one to get some more head options for both of those figures. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you would like to support the channel and me copping more as Dragon Ball superhero figures, it's so hard to say that name so quickly, you can do so by supporting me on Patreon. But of course, you guys liking, subscribing, and most importantly enjoying the content is what I love to see the most. That's why I make these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. I hope you look forward to more Dragon Ball superhero content on this channel. Let me know what you think of this figure, of course, in the comment section below. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.